Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another EVE Online video. Now, we're going to be doing and talking about something that we're doing a little bit differently. Okay, we're trying something new. Okay, now if you've seen my channel before and if you've seen any of my videos, you know that most of the time it's either some form of exploration or gas mining or gas huffing, as it's called. And you know, after moving to the new system, after getting situated and getting everything settled down, getting the ship set up and everything that I needed just to do my daily life, I still do the exploration and the gas stuff, and I don't do it as much, and I've gotten quite unlucky with the gas as of recent, and I've been doing other things. The last time that I was living in Null, I made a few videos on me doing ratting, the higher end ratting where, I get jumped and lost a few, rattlesnakes and stuff like that. I still do the ratting. I still do the ratting here. I still do it in this system. And, there is reasons for trying something new, right? And what I wanted to get into was a slight bit of industry. Now, I'm not following any guides or anything, and I haven't really started the industry as of yet. So what if I do here, we'll view inside. So this is the station that I would use for all of the industry stuff. Okay, I'm currently in my bustard right now, but I've got the prospect. It's just got the gas cloud scoop 2s. It doesn't actually have the syndicate ones, and pretty much everything else is just the exact same. I do have this is this is the Epital, isn't it? Yeah, so this is the Epital, so this is from the PI stuff, and I also have the miasmas, and this is just for moving ores and stuff about. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that soon. If there is a gas cloud that's not in a wormhole, it's in a system that it's Alliance owned, I'll jump in the Coveter, and then I also have one for a Coveter for that's set up to mine Merc. But what I'm actually going to do with this one is I'm actually going to fit it with just a standard strip miners as well, so that I can use a mobile depot, so that once I clear out the Merc in certain asteroid clusters, I can just continue to mine. That is that, and basically, and if I come in here, I don't have much skills in the way of industry. I haven't got anything manufacturing as of right now. We are doing the Ospreys, the gas clouds, and the miasmas. The blueprints they're currently copying, because if I do this, where are we looking? So if I do here, so this is the blueprints that I've got. I just bought these, okay, and we're going to be making these because they're going to be stuff that sells. Everyone's always looking for mining laser upgrades and ice harvest upgrades and gas cloud scoops and stuff like that, oxygen fuel blocks and stuff like that. That's kind of self-explanatory. Station container blueprint is, do you know what? That's more of a selfish one for myself, so that I don't actually have to, keep buying them and stuff. But what I'm doing for this is, so like this here, as you can see, in this one is to be processed. Okay, so pretty much what I'm going to need to do is, this is all the stuff. So what I would be doing is I'd go out and I'd do some ratting in like a rattlesnake, and then I'd get all of these up, pop them in here, and let's see. So we're not really, so if I reprocess this all, it's going to tell me, it's 35 million's worth, and we're getting 36 million's worth out of it. It is not it's not something that I'm overly concerned about, is how much we're getting. We're doing these for the materials. Okay, so if I reprocess all of that, let's give us all of these materials, and we've got the industry materials in here. as you can see, there's some stuff that we've, all of this Noxium, the Pyrite, Tritanium, all of that stuff, and then we've got a few things here that we've got from exploration as well. Right now, because I'm still just kind of working out what I'm doing and stuff, it's a case of I am going through this and doing this as I'm just kind of building a stockpile of materials, so that whenever it comes to actually doing some manufacturing and stuff, I'm not sitting going, oh, I need this or I need this. So I'm not really jumping into the manufacturing side as of right now. It's more of building something. So it is. I've even got compressed argon ore, bestop, mercoxide, and I've even got more on one, because what I wanted to do was see if the compressed version give less of a industry materials, but it doesn't. They give the exact same amount, which is fine. What I also have been doing at the same time is, if I come in here, so in a station that's not too far away from me, I have got my second character who has been doing some mining for me. So I have, and what I actually need to do is I need to actually go ahead and get this stuff over, because this bastard has some what does it have? Yes, I forgot to put in my porpoise, I forgot to put in heavy water. So I'm bringing some heavy water over to the porpoise now. Now, you could be saying, why is your second character doing that? It's in a high-sec system, okay, which is not too far away from me. Now, in the neighbouring system is a low-sec system as well, but within that, and it is its own balance, I think it's a goon swarm. It's definitely a goon swarm. The only problem is that when I was originally, going through and scoping out systems and stuff like that, I realised that quite a few times there is a lot of people that would come through that high-sec system that would be at war with my alliance. So because they'd be at war with my alliance, it doesn't really matter if they're high-sec. If they jump me, I'm going to be jumped. So what I would do is, while I'm doing my industry stuff, then what I would happen is I would come in, I would have my second character just mining away, because it's a high-sec system. 9 times out of 10 he's going to be left alone, so I can just set him out there. If I've got a few hours, I just set him out there, mine up some stuff, drop it off the station, contract it to me, my porpoise jumps in, does all of that. I will need to, because there's no way that I'm going to fit all of this into so let's see what we've got. There's no way all of this is going to fit back into my this isn't going to fit back into the bustard. So what I will have to do is bring the bustard back and then bring the miasmus across. Again, it's only 4 jumps away. I would say that going through this system of IFA is potentially somewhat dangerous, because it is a low-sec system. But again, you'll see whenever I get through here, all the stations and stuff are blues. We'll just check him out. He's obviously not at war with us. I don't think he's going to pose any form of danger whatsoever. Just do a quick D-scan, and I know fine rightly what's going to happen, and I'll talk about it soon. I know what's going to happen is people are going to be saying, whenever I've been doing my ratting, I haven't been doing any D-scans or anything like that, and we'll talk about that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to jump across here, we're going to fill up the port, we're going to compress everything, send it back across. Doing it this way just gives me access to a wee bit of extra stuff, but also at the same time it's relatively safe for me to do it. That there's probably still the wormholes from last night, and there's a few combat sites in here. But yeah, this is the low-sec system, as you can see, in 0.4, and all the stations are blue in it, so it's a pretty safe track for me, unless someone that we're at war with, because very recently we got the notification that Pandemic Horde has joined the war, so it's just yet another reason to not like them. But we are here now. Even the low-sec system, you can see stations are blue, and we have got thing, because there was a wormhole here, there was an end of life wormhole that still shouldn't be there. Yeah, so we'll get this sorted. I'll get this done. I'm not going to go through that, but I'll get this done. We'll come back and we'll talk about a few things then after that. Okay, so I actually take it back now that we've actually got the porpoise out compressed. Not all of it, but actually by the looks of it, the majority of it. I do believe that we are going to get, because there's nothing in there. We see, so because it's 650. Could I put that in the fleet hangar? Holy shit, I did not even think of that. Right, okay, yeah, no, we're definitely getting it across then. Okay, that's a lot of fleet hangar. What if I'm not getting that across now? Alright, so one more trip. Yeah, no. Right, okay, so we'll just compress it all here while we're here, because it won't take that. No, so it actually won't take that long. Right, okay. So basically all we're doing is, I could have, I'm not entirely sure if other stations in this, system actually have compression on them. The only thing is that this one that we are currently at is the only one that my second character has access to, because again my second character is in my, like, I have my own corporation and it's not affiliated with this whatsoever, so because of that it only has access to this station. The other two it does not. But with that being said, you know, what has led me to the point where wanting to do this and having to do this basically is that the system that I'm living in, you know, you'll see it loads of times, you can even see it here again. I can try to hide it as much as I possibly can, but at the same time there's so many different ways that people could just realistically find out where I'm at, so there's only so much that you can do to hide them. But yeah, the system that I'm in, my time in the evening, where I would get a lot of my playtime in, gets very, very spicy, to say the least. And it gets to the stage where, yes, I have lost a Dominix, I have lost a Raven, I have lost a Rattlesnake, I have lost quite a few ships, which, you know, the money doesn't really bother me in the slightest. That's fine. It's more the time that really annoys me, if that makes sense. Are you not all fitting in? No. Okay, so you're gonna in there. We'll compress that last part when we get across. But it gets very spicy, very, very spicy. And whenever you're in a Rattlesnake, that doesn't exactly align the quickest. Let me just check him. World of Warcraft, member of fraternity. Oh, okay, that was a while ago. That's fine. Yeah, it again does get very spicy, and like I says, whenever you're in a rattlesnake that doesn't exactly align the quickest and warp the fastest, it becomes quite dangerous. So it does. And usually what I've experienced and how they get me and how they've gotten me and my Raven and my Dominics and my rattlesnake is they would send one person in, they would jump on top of me, they would then what they would do then is they would jump on top of me, they would scram me, and they would orbit me seriously fast, so it'd be like a frigate. I have sentry drones on my rattlesnake plus my torpedoes. I can't really hit them, so they just, after burner on, they orbit me at a certain distance. I can't do anything. I literally just have to sit there, and because I just have to sit there, then the rest of the fleet would jump in the system, warp to them, and then they kill me. At one stage, it took 39 of them to take down my... It didn't take 39 of them, there just was 39 of them. And that's how they get me. So what I tend to do is, if I'm on doing, like, because the rattlesnake, whenever I'm doing Blood Havens, which is like level 9 combat sites, when I'm doing Blood Havens and stuff like that, it's a case of let me just make sure. Empty. Okay, so what have we got here? Just make sure everything is stacked. And yeah, okay. So now we're going to bring this back home. So what I do is, because the rattlesnake, and I can do havens pretty handily, with cruise missiles and also with sentry drones, it just makes things very easy. What I do is, if I'm down the stairs and I'm doing some, washing up, if I'm doing some cooking the dinner, cleaning, something like that, I'll put on a site. I'll do a Bloodhaven site, I'll scoop up all the loot, I'll drop it off and leave it in that container like you've seen at the start. And then what I would do is, if at that stage of the night where I'm coming on, where I could actually sit down and I could do some sites, and then the area starts to get a wee bit spicy, a lot of people keep passing through, it's not worth the risk of losing a 1.3 billion ship, just because I wanted to get a site done where it got me maybe in total up between loot, salvaging and bounties, you're probably talking in and around 40 million. It's not worth that risk. So what I would do then, and what I have been doing, is docking up and just making sure that I've got all my industry stuff sorted, because again, I do have planetary industry going on here as well. Again, it's all T1s for now, because I'm merely building a stockpile so that whenever it actually comes to diving in the industry head first, I will know what I'm doing, because I don't want to do it right now not knowing what I'm doing, because I haven't done enough research into it, and potentially wasting a lot of ISK and especially materials, the materials being the most thing that I'd be worried about, because it's a case of that where am I looking here? Here we go. The materials, I don't want to waste materials, because the materials, ISK comes and goes, that's fine. I've transferred out a lot of ISK, so I'm down to under a billion now, but ISK comes and goes. What really matters to me is the materials that I'll be using, the time requirement that it takes to get them, because all of this stuff here, it's only 24 million, but that took my second character unboosted. That took my second character, I'm not joking you, that's probably about 6 hours worth of stuff right there. So it is. Again, it could be, I could go out on the port and I could boost it, but at the same time, while I am, for the majority of the time, my second character is doing all of this stuff, I am doing something else, whether that be ratting, exploration, gas huffing, whatever it may be. And if not, then I'm down the stairs and I'm doing some cleaning up, making dinner, getting everyone ready for bed, something along those lines where I don't really have to pay attention and my laptop is on just sitting beside me. Right, but this is the system. Like, we see, who's he? Brothers Tier, that is fine because they recently left our alliance but are joining a different alliance within our friendly group. So we'll come down here to the industry and then we'll jump up and then we'll leave this stuff off. But that's basically what I've been doing. And as you can see, there is in the pro scanner there's a lot. The wormholes are gone now, so what we can do is we can remove these because we don't use the wormholes because they're no longer here. Are they here? No, they would have been. But as you can see, we've got large asteroid clusters, so medium one, and there was an enormous one yesterday. I don't know if it's still here or not. But yeah, so I can do some mark, and then what I will do is that cover, I'll actually change that so that it is it has a mobile depot so that I can change it out once I get rid of once I've gotten rid of all the mark within a site. I can still do the others. Again, not for selling, just for reprocessing so that I can get all those materials so that I can have a stockpile so that whenever I do have the required skills and the required knowledge, I can just go jumping head on and go, right, we're just going to put all this on the make and that's all that I'm making. And then what I will do here is I'm just going to reprocess all of this. So let me see here. Reprocess. Again, if you look at that, you're only making 1 million, but I'm not doing it for the ISK. Okay, so this is in the industry materials. As you can see, there are the PI materials to be reprocessed. We've just taken all those away. We've got all of those in. Is there gas size or do you know what? We're going to do all of this. Reprocess. Can't do any of those. That's fine. Right. Okay. So take this and industry materials can go in there. Where are we looking? What I will do is we'll just compress this just for the sake of it, because if this one isn't compressed and the rest of them are, it would really piss me off. Right, so that can go back in there. As you can see, it's only ore at the minute. There's no gas and there's no ice, but that's fine. But yeah, that is that sorted. And that's basically what I've been doing, so that even though I've done it now, this is usually the stuff that I would have done later on whenever this is not all blue and there's there's yellows and there's reds in it. What I would do is, if they're purposely trying to bait people, I do have PvP ships that I can jump in, fleet up, and we'll go and defend by all means. But if needs be, I would come in here, I would reprocess all this, get everything sorted so that we have all the stuff that I need. But that's just something different that I'm trying. I still do my rat, and I still do my exploration. I'm still on the lookout for some gas sites and stuff like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, thanks for watching.